Wow, it's so good to see you finally. We are here. Good afternoon, my brother.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
This it's really give us a lot of tough time to assemble this interview, ranging from the first time we scheduled the interview. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you now.
You can hear me now. I
Okay,
said we have a lot of challenges ranging from the
I'm here.
time we scheduled.
I need to get
Is
I
there
need
so
to get
much
another earpiece.
is there so much noise at the place you are?
Huh? I didn't get what you said.
Is there so much noise in that place? If there's so much
No,
noise,
no,
you
no,
can
no, no,
just
no, no.
talk to them soon.
No,
But
not
you
so
can
much
hear me
noise.
now.
I can hear you now.
Okay, if you can hear me now, let me quickly put this on recording. Hold
Okay.
on.
Okay.
The record audio touch screen. All right, that's good. I said we get so much tough time arranging this interview. It's been long overdue to have this interview, and if you can listen, I'm having one of your song from the background because I grew up listening to this song. Like I told you when I was chatting you, we have a few selected dignitaries for this research. Wetin we dey try
Of
to
course.
find out is the reason, the factors affecting Ajegunle music growth. And you,
Wow.
as one of the pioneer of the Ajegunle music genre, we deem it
Yeah.
fit to bring you live to interview you. What do you know? What's been your story from the beginning and what is on for you at the moment? Like I said, I am your host. You are supposed to be my guest, but because of the things you have faced, hijacking your Facebook posts, hacking you and the rest of them, I had to send you request. I had to send you request, and it's all good that we are here now. So from the beginning, please, can you kindly tell us about yourself from the beginning and how music started for you?
Okay. My names are my real names, so to speak, are Kingsley Azuke Michael. And I started music. I didn't learn music right from a cradle. Music has been in me. But I did my first album in the year 1999 with a group called Naughty and Whaffy. And you all know that. So,
Where
yeah.
okay, you can
And
start.
yeah, so and since then it's been a whole lot of ups and downs, you know. And you said the factors affecting us. If you can recall, when we did our album, there was nothing like download and internet facility, and we know that we did our album on cassettes, no CD at that time even. So,
Okay.
and as time goes on, by the grace of God, the music, spread all over the place, and people enjoyed it. But the money was not forthcoming, you know, because the parents on royalty those time, and they can just imagine when they pay you 5 naira per CD sold, even when they turn it into CD, they still pay us 5, and we are two then, Naughty and Whaffy, you know, so it affected us a whole lot, and that's from the marketing side. But compare it with now, that a musician would be in his parlor and make a song, and the song will from his parlor travel all over the world, and the music that the song will generate will come direct to his account, his bank account. You can imagine the difference. So that is a very big factor, you know. But we are still trying our best, since we are still alive. We are still trying our best to come up to speed, it doesn't matter, things have changed, and we need to change and follow it, and to make sure that we too were heard. It's been difficult, you know, for our music to be heard is very difficult. Since then we don't have access to radio station, you don't have access to TV station, unlike now. Unlike now, when you do your music here, now is everywhere.
All right,
you know,
sir.
be like that before.
Hold on, sir. I really want to take this after the other. We have a whole 30 minutes for this interview, and I don't want to get it mixed up. Before we delve into the topic of discussion, we really want to know much more about Naughty and Whaffy. You said the album was released in 1999. If I could recall 1999, I should probably be 13 or 14 years. If I say, because you'll be very, very old school. Listening to the album is getting me really nostalgic. And I'm really, really happy to connect with you as one of the pioneers of the music genre of Ajegunle. So, you said a lot of us know Naughty and Whaffy. Like looking into your freestyle session, a lot of people in Ajegunle know what freestyle session is all about. But basically, me myself, until you send me this particular music, I don't even know you are that Whaffy. Back then of Naughty and Whaffy, I don't know. So it's obvious that a lot of people don't even know you are that Whaffy of 1999. And if you are going to look back to that time, 1999, you are in a defunct group called Naughty and Whaffy, which I believe you are the lead vocalist.
By the grace of God.
You are the lead vocalist. And before I left Lagos as a whole, we had a whole lot of story about Naughty and Whaffy. Do you want to tell us little about what happened to the group? When did the group break up, and what really happened? And per se, if I may ask, what of Naughty? How has it been? Where is he now?
Naughty is very fine. He's doing well as well. As I speak to you now, he's in Delta State. And what really happened was that, our music back then, we based on consciousness, reality, exposing things. And I can't tell you lie, it really affected us. And, they fought us tooth and nail to make sure we break up, we separate, because it was a very big force in the music industry as at that time. And because of the kind of message we were passing, we ignorantly, just left ourselves. We're supposed to be very prayerful, singing those kind of songs, and but we're not. We're carried away by the things of the world, and so it made us to lose focus. I can't tell you no lie. We lost focus, and before we could know it, the bond was already broken away. There are a whole lot of factors anyway, but I can't tell you all now here. But I'm telling you that.
All right, I understand. But there's this particular thing I'm curious to know about. Has it ever been a time where money issue comes between you and your brother, Naughty?
You speak like you know us very well. I don't know, because that's why I said I don't want to go into those details because we're on air now. There are things I wouldn't want to say here. But if you ask Glob Dix, our first marketer, Obinweke, Mr. Glob, he knows us very well, and so many other people know us very well. Yes, money issue came in, and but I can't go into details now. But we thank God for life. We thank God for life, because you're doing business with a partner, and if there's no trust, because the Bible said that two cannot work together except they agree. So that agreement, we have the agreement in music, we have the agreement in composing song, performing on stage. But when it comes in times of money, something come up, and mindset, and the different character, and a whole lot of things. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. But then, money makes friends and brothers to begin to hate each other. The power of money. You know that. So I don't want to go into those details.
Right. I'll just keep that part. It's good to know that you don't really want to delve into that. But as one of your fans, growing up, listening to your music, we grew up hearing so lots different kind of rumor about the separation of Naughty and Whaffy, and it broke our hearts. So it is not me asking you this question directly. I have something I I call connecting with my audience, my fans. I have a lot of people sending me message. They want to hear this story from the horse's mouth, and I thought it is going to be possible for me to bring both of you together so that we can grant this interview. But it's so unfortunate that your group member is in Delta State now, but it does very good. That is fine. So after the separation of Naughty and Whaffy, what has been happening? Because nobody hear anything about both of you for a very long time until freestyle session. How has it been?
Yes. The reason is that when we went our separate ways, he was doing his thing and I was also doing my thing. But at a time, I relaxed because I believe that there's no competition in destiny. And you know that we've come a long way and we know the same people, we have the same fans, and there is no point. Maybe when it comes to a place today, tomorrow I will come there. It will look like a competition. So I stepped back. For a number of years, and he was the one going in and out of Lagos, Ajegunle, you know, spreading the message, singing the songs, going to the shows, while I stayed back, you know, concentrating on some business to make ends meet. And then, but
bro,
sometime
hold on, sir. Please, talking about you stepping back for a couple of years, does that have any negative effect on your career?
Yes, it does. Because music is something that when you leave it for a day, it will leave you for years.
Yes.
So, and I did that because I couldn't bear the situation, what was happening between us. You know, I could not bear it. I said, okay, let me just allow my partner, you know, have his way so that there will be peace. So I stayed back for almost 8 years. I couldn't come into Ajegunle. I didn't go to any show. You know, he was the one. So anytime I come out or anytime anybody stumble into my number, they'll say, Whaffy, are you still in existence? Where have you been? You know, but then because the music cannot allow me to rest, music was punishing me because I left it for some time. It was punishing me. Even all the things I was doing wasn't working. You know, so until I called myself back to order, I said, look, you have to go back to your calling. You don't have to. So, and by then, my second have gone a whole long way. He has known more new people than me, and he has, you know, had more connections and doing his things. So I said, okay, let me start as if I'm an upcoming artist. Let me start as if I've not been there before. Let me start as a new person. You know, that is the reason why you said, even with the freestyle session, many people don't know that I am the Naughty and Whaffy, one of them, and the lead vocalist. I love it like that. Because I don't want to use the past. I just want to come fresh. So when anyone discovers, okay, fine and good, but let me display my talent. I thought of what to do. I found out that recording album, yes, a musician will use only one track and travel the whole world, and you know that wasn't our style. We record complete album, we go to the studio, we sequence, but these days they will just send them instrumental and they will be in their closet, they will voice it and send it to the whole world, and it will just make a hit. It wasn't like that in our days. So I said, okay, let me not, like life is, there's no competition in destiny, like I always say. I said, okay, let me look for something else to do.
All right, big bros, for 30 seconds, in case of our viewers, and in a way I try to read some comments and listen to what people are saying, but in case of you that don't really know who this person is, I want you to listen to this music. You must have one way or the other come across it. In case you don't know who are the real author of this music, can you listen for 1 minute, please? As they listen, let me give them their flowers. Naughty and Whaffy. Are they really feel nostalgic right now?
Oh my sister, Naughty and Whaffy for real.
It's really good to connect with you. All right, that is just the voice of Naughty and Whaffy. And you, when you talk, say, I know they fair. I should have brought both of them together. Let me make it clear to you people. Like I say on my platform, what I do is selecting some dignitaries which I believe currently right now what Whaffy Starboy is doing, now waiting ham the opportunity for this interview. If not, he's been doing something that is really pushing the Ajegunle music genre, we would have noticed him, but that's not the case. For you to not think maybe we are biased or doing this, if you have the contact of Naughty, you can reach me on my Facebook page as a big talk show. While we continue to grant our interview, let us give Naughty and Whaffy their flowers. Before that, Orisha Femi, where you know, there was Naughty and Whaffy. Before Galala, no, they do them again. There was Naughty and Whaffy. Before Eremare, no man, there was Naughty and Whaffy. In case you don't know, this married day in front of me now, legendary. And this interview maybe you are watching live or you will be watching later. I beg, anytime you see this video, help us share and make it reach a lot of people. Let them know that we still have our legend in the struggle, making sure Ajegunle music genre does not die. Because a lot of people believe our music have no substance. And I wonder why people will think Ajegunle music have no substance. If you could remember, you personally, you and your guy, Naughty, now first studies conscious music, letting the people be aware that there are evil people, bad mind people. You need to be very careful. You need to be prayerful.
Yes.
And if I remember inside your talk, now you said you yourself, you are not prayerful enough. And now you still preach to us, say, "Mokude prayerful, wicked people, bad mind people."
That is the truth. That's the truth.
So
that's the
spiritually they can't get you.
Yes. But thank God for life. Thank God for life. But let me get something straight here. Even not in most times we play shows together. Most times, and there are people that have been calling for a reunion of Naughty and Whaffy. Many people are ready to spend money for the job, for the recording and things and sponsorship. You know, and the door is always open because we are not enemies. We are not enemies. We are brothers, you know, and as time goes on, things changes, and that does not mean that we'll be enemy. Sometimes we meet in a show, the promoter will say, no, two of us go perform together and we don't have any choice. Even without them saying that, anytime we meet in a show, we do that, we perform together. Yes, we perform on the same stage together. So we're not enemy, but he's a family man like I am. And everybody is trying to make ends meet. And I've been telling him, I said, okay, people have been saying we should come together and we should do songs together. I said, if we have a good sponsor, if we have good offer, because we know what is going on in the industry now, and we know how we started. We suffered a whole lot in the music. These days, musicians don't suffer anymore. They don't suffer anymore. They don't go to studio. There's what we call sequencing in the studio. You sing for more than 50 times for a producer to get a beat for your song, for that one track. But these days, we don't do that anymore. A musician will be in his house, they will send in the beat, and he will just look for something and place on top of the beat, and that is it. You know, so we suffer a lot. We need to enjoy the dividends of our hustling. So I've not given up yet, and I know that even Naughty, he has not given up yet. He's still striving. And I know that if God wants us to come together, we are still vibrant, we are still alive, we can still compose good songs that will surpass God past them if we are given the chance. But if we don't have sponsors, we will be discouraged. So that is the reason why. And let me tell you now, when we did that song, that God past them, and this song that you just played now, I was 16 years of age then. I was 16 when we did that particular song, when we recorded it as a Clink Studio at a Sulere at Deniro Ogusoya. I was 16 years. The person that recorded the song for us.
Who was the producer?
The producer, David Joe. Yes, David Joe of Clink Studio. The studio was owned by Kingsley Ogoro. You know Kingsley Ogoro Production. The man that did Osofia in London. The man that did so many of the Nigerian movies that you know, Kingsley Ogoro, owned the studio. So that's the place we recorded. So the producer, David Joe, is still living till today. He's a bona fide producer. He did Go Past Them, Hold Upon Your Cross, and all those conscious songs that you're hearing. And he still believes in us. Even the Obinweke, the Globix music that bought, because Globix music was not the original owner of that master tape. He bought it from Babenugu. There was a man called Babenugu. He did the song for us. He took us to the studio.
Please.
Okay.
Sir, please give me a minute. I understand we've talked about your brothers here and we have not said anything. Basically, you have not said anything about him. In fact, from your point of view, and like I'm seeing that you still missing this guy and you want this
Yes,
guy, you and this guy to come together and do things.
yes,
But you
yes.
people's fans are doing a whole lot of damage. There's one particular person on this slide just typing all sort of things that I don't understand. You see, you can love these two people at the same time. It costs you nothing. Wetin we dey try to research here na the reason why Ajegunle, if you could remember, about 15, 12, 13 years ago, Ajegunle music got everywhere locked down.
Of course.
Regardless of the name wey you call your music, maybe you call am konto, galala, so anywhere dem hear the sound, you go know say this one na Ajegunle music, and it's locked the whole Africa on standstill. And today now, too much of our artists dey struggle to find the limelight again, and this one breaks our hearts. That is what we are trying to do here. What is the main factors, the main reason that is making this thing happen to us? It is not that we are here to cause division or to cause calamity or to cause chaos. We are one family. So Queen Mary Omokin Nowo, it is not what you think. We have not said anything bad against Naughty. And please, if you have Naughty contact, you can contact me as well. I'll talk to him. And I believe
his contact is available. Yes, Naughty's contact is available. In fact, I know where he is. We can speak anytime, and we're not in bad time. We're in good time.
I have so
he
much.
calls me, and I call him anytime I want. Yeah,
I have so
those
much
are the
joy
people
to
that are
hear
making
this.
things difficult for us. Those are the people, because when they go to Naughty, they tell Naughty separate thing. They come to me, they say separate thing. And another thing is money. Money has taken a whole large part of us that we no longer reason that money is a slave to our idea. We worship money, and in so doing, worshiping money, you begin to offend your partner, because I believe in teamwork. Because teamwork, there is power in teamwork. I always tell our Ajegunle musicians, I said, the boys two men gonna do that. There were about 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken. Boys two men,
Boys to
and
men,
there
there
are
are
so
4.
many groups like that.
Westlife
Are
are
millionaires.
7.
Eating large. All of them are doing well. So we don't need to. You don't need to eat my own, or I not need to eat your own. We can. This thing can go. The sky is big for the best to fly. But what is affecting our Ajegunle musicians? They believe that a snake have to swallow another snake to be longer, but it shouldn't be so. You know, there is no way you begin to cheat on your fellow. Your colleague in the office, that 2 of you have the same goal, and you want to have more than him, or you want to first, and so those things are affecting Ajegunle musicians a whole lot. It's affecting us a whole lot. So we need to work on that side. That is the reason why. Let me give you an instance. Look at Davido, for example. Davido is a musician that he sees other artists under him, other musicians, he sees their talent. He will use his own money now to put them in the studio, record them, and begin to, broadcast them all over the world for people to know them. And in so doing, he will begin to recoup money for him own self. But what we do in Ajegunle, if we have a show, for example, we don't want to go with another musician. Even if the chairman say, abeg, if you get 2 or 3 artists, bring them come. The chairman has the money to pay. But that particular artist will not want to bring anybody on board. Is a very big problem in our. Yes, it's a very big problem to us, especially in Ajegunle. It's a very big problem to us. So we need to change on that.
This one no dey good to hear. Okay, like I wrote to you, few weeks back, we interview one music executive. He made mention of you in the interview. He said he has worked with you before. Working with Dixon Amaya. How was it like? What was it like for you?
Dixon. Okay. He's in Italy, sweet kid, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes, I worked with him. In fact, I was the person that helped him to make arrangement for the arrangement of the first studio he opened at Ikotu. Then I stayed with him wholeheartedly, because if I'm working with somebody, I don't put money first. So, but many people take advantage of that. Like for example, let me just quickly chip this in. Last week, one of my friends wanted to have a birthday, and he wanted African China. And African China, my friend, my colleague, somebody that we have been together for a whole lot of time. We are the same, and African China has been demanding for a whole lot of money, which